Terra at Mount Ararat, Armenia. In the Imperium's historical records, it is said that the Thunder Warriors were all killed there. However, according to a surviving Thunder Legion's Astartes were created to replace them. Thunder warrior named Arikturanes. The Emperor did not replenish their forces, or in fact to make way for a this was a brutal purge of this more stable and mass-produced force. The Space Marine, or this final battle may be used to use up everything. The story of Mount Ararat may be a fabrication to cover up his intentions. The last Thunder Warrior. The Thunder Warriors were a suitable force for the unification of Terra, but their goal of conquering were not suitable for the Emperor of the entire galaxy. This event led to the theory that the purge was carried out by the custodian and other source claims that upon discovering their short lifespan, the Thunder Warriors rebelled against the Emperor, bodyguards, and super soldiers Thunder Warriors, and the Legion Warhounds supported by the Imperial Army. This is the only recorded. The 12th Legion, the Warhounds, later known as the World Eaters, were one of the most brutal mankind during the Great Crusade. Since legions under the Emperor of Men at that time most of the legions were on crusades to conquer the galaxy back to humanity. When the incident happened, I had to personally order the Legion Warhounds to the Emperor had authority to retake Cerberus prison and bring the Emperor's wrath to those who rejected him. Supporting the Astarte Regiment commanded by Colonel Alvesi's force was the 22nd Terrans Draco's Scorn. At Cerberus, the heretics had taken over the entire fortress tunnels, making it a perfect defense. Cerberus was a prison fortress on an asteroid with numerous underground, but all of this was in vain for the Astartes, who had slaughtered every rebel prisoner with ease and thought it would be an easy fight until the Emperor. Despite being outnumbered by the Astartes and Guardsmen, the Thunder Warriors fought for the Datar, a group of Thunder Warriors who had survived the Ararat massacre and were now fighting against them fiercely and held their ground. They killed 5 times their number of Astartes and caused the superiorly equipped Warhounds to lose 5 hours of bloody fighting. Imperial, however, after compliance received the distress signal and sent reinforcements. A second wave of Imperial troops were given in the wake of the Warhounds' assault, and the grim task of mopping up operations, hunting down any survivors hiding in the cellars and passages, of which there proved to be few. Rough Riders. Rough Riders are specialized cavalry units, often found in the Astromode. There were numerous reports of encountering the massive corpses of Thunder Warriors, Taran regiments of the Feral and Frontier worlds, where cavalry is considered quite common, but also many civilizations from many other worlds in the galaxy use it in warfare. Not only Feral or Frontier cavalry units in warfare. On the Imperial Guard side, they are very fond of using cavalry units over terrain that vehicles on the battlefield because of their fast movement speed, powerful attack, mobility and ability to travel, also act as scouts, patrols and rapid reaction forces, able to operate independently for long periods of field power. Be it exotically equipped mercenaries mounted on wild horses. Since the time of ancient Terra, cavalry charging towards an enemy has been one of mankind's most impressive displays of horses or flashy ranks of knights mounted on hard, thoroughbred steeds. The destructive power of cavalry, power of a melta gun piercing the hull of a ship, and the sheer psychological effect it has on the enemy is a decisive blow that breaks infantry formations, is like the pirates' their will to fight and ends the battle quickly. In the endless wars of the late 41st millennium, where mighty tanks, god machines left raced across the battlefield, their sacred footprints on the surface of the planet, and spaceships with thousands of crews anchored in orbital layers were always ready to unleash with their trusty warhorses still played an important role for the command staff of the Astromode, unleash millions of tons of deadly bombs. The Cavalry. Since the time of ancient Terra, cavalry charging towards an enemy has been one of mankind's most mounted on wild impressive displays of battlefield power. Be it exotically equipped mercenaries or flashy ranks of knights mounted on hard, thoroughbred steeds. The destructive power of piercing enemy infantry for cavalry formations is like the power of a melta gun piercing the hull of a ship, and the sheer psychological effect it has on the enemy is a decisive blow that breaks them. Where mighty tanks raced across the battle, their will to fight and ends the battle quickly. In the endless wars of the late 41st